Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm ARYANI binti ZAKARIA, group leader for group number 3. This is my team member Siti Nurhawani binti Khalili, Nur Ifat Nafisha binti Salmuyadi, Nur Akmal binti Abdul Aziz, and we are going to do a question of compound interest and annuity.
Assalamualaikum, and my name is Nur Ifat Nafisha binti Salmuyadi. I will explain question 1. Soroja owns a shop lot worth 350,000 ringgit. She has two choices. Option A, sell it now and invest the money at 6.5% interest, compounded every 3 months for 5 years. Option B, keep the shop lot and sell it after 5 years for 450,000 ringgit. Our task is to find which option give a higher value. Let's look at option A. The principal, P, is 350,000 ringgit. The interest rate per year is 6.5%. Compounded every 3 months means there are 4 compounding periods per year. So the interest per period is K divided by M, 0.065 divided by 4. The total number of compounding period is M times T, 4 times 5, which equal 20 periods. We use the compound interest formula, S equal P multiplied by open bracket 1 plus I, close bracket, to the power of N. So S equal 350,000 ringgit multiplied by open bracket 1 plus 0.065 divided by 4, close bracket, to the power of 20. After calculation, the final amount is 483,146 ringgit and 92 cents. So, now we compare both options. Option A give 483,146 ringgit and 92 cents. Option B give 450,000 ringgit. Therefore, option A provide the higher value because the investment grows more than the shop lot's future selling price. Move to question 2. 3 years ago, Haslam deposited 80,500 ringgit into a bank account. This account pays 4.8% interest, compounded every 4 months. He plans to withdraw an unknown amount, called RMS, today. 2 years after he makes the withdrawal, the final balance becomes 11,765 ringgit and 90 cents. Our task is to calculate how much he withdrew. First, let's define the variable. The annual interest rate K is 0.048. The compounding frequency M is 3 times per year. The periodic interest rate I is K divided by M. So I equals 0.048 divided by 3. We analyze the timeline in two phases. Phase 1, deposit to withdrawal. T is 3 years. Period is equal M times T, which is 3 times 3 equal to 9 period. Phase 2, withdrawal to final balance. T is 2 years. Period N equal M times T, which is 3 times 2 equal to 6 periods. Step 1. Future value of the initial deposit. We calculate as 1 the value of the initial deposit after the first 3 years using the future value formula. S1 equals to P times 1 plus I power of N. The calculation is S1 equal 18,500 sine open bracket 1 plus 0.016 close bracket raised to the power of 9. So the result is S1 equal to 21,341 ringgit and 2 cents. Step 2. Present value of the final balance. Next, we find P new, the present value of the final balance at the time of the withdrawal using the rearranged present value formula. P new equal to S divided by 1 plus I power of N. So, P new equal 11,765.90 divided by open bracket 1 plus 0.016 close bracket raised to the power of 6. So, the result is P new equal to 10,205 ringgit and 29 cents. Step 3. Calculating the withdrawal amount. The amount withdrawn, RMS, is the difference between the total money available, S1, and the amount that had to remain, P new. So, RMS equal S1 minus P new. RMS equal 21,341.02 minus 10,205.29. Final answer is RMS equal to 11,135 ringgit and 73 cents. So the calculation is the amount of money Haslam withdrew was 11,135 ringgit and 73 cents.
Subhashini invested RM3,200 in a fund that paid interest at 14.08% compounded every 2 months. After T years, the amount in the account became RM7,376. Find the value of T, B, total amount if the deposit was extended for another 3 years, and C. Total interest earned at the end of investment. Principal P is 3,208 ringgit and the interest rate K is 14.08%, which is equal to 0.408. The interest is compounded every 2 months, so the value of M is 6. The value of T is unknown. The interest per period is found by dividing 0.1408 by 6, which gives 0.0235. The total number of compounding period is 60. Using the compounded interest formula, S equal P multiplied by 1 plus I to the power of n. After substituting the values, 7,376 ringgit equals 3,200 multiplied by 1.0235 to the power of 60. After dividing both sides by 3,200, the result is 2.305 equal 1.0235 to the power of 60. By using logarithm and solving the equation, the value of T is 6 years. Total amount after another 3 years. The value of S from the first part is 7,376 ringgit and the principal remains 3,200 ringgit. Since the investment is extended for another 3 years, the total times become 9 years. Therefore, the number of compounding periods for the additional 3 years is 6 multiplied by 3, which gives 18 periods. Using the compound interest formula again, and the new amount is 7,376 multiplied by 1.0235 to the power of 18, the total amount after the extension became 11,204 ringgit and 75 cents. Total interest earned. The total interest earned is calculated by subtracting the principal from the final amount. So 11,204 ringgit and 75 cents minus 3,200 ringgit gives a total interest of 8,004 ringgit and 75 cents.
Now let's move to question number 4. Jamila sold her condominium in Salat Tinggi, Sepang for RM520,000. The bank charged 5.4% interest compounded monthly and the loan term is 20 years. Now, the question: A. Calculate the monthly repayment. B. Determine the total interest charge. C. Immediately after 50 years, she decides to settle the balance of the loan. Find the outstanding balance. D. If she failed to pay the first 5 monthly payment, find the amount she has to pay on the 6th payment in order to settle the outstanding balance. Now, let's take a look for question A. Calculate the monthly repayment. For this part, we are calculating the monthly repayment of the loan. The deposit paid is RM700,000 minus RM520,000, which gives BP equal to 700,000 and CP equal to 364,000. Next, we need to find the amount borrowed using a formula A equal to CP minus DP. So, after we substitute the value, it will be A equal to 364,000 minus 700,000 and the answer will be 336,000. Now, the annual interest rate is 5.4%, which written as 0.054. Since the repayment is monthly, we divide the interest by 12. So, I equal to 0.054 divided by 12. The answer will be 0.0045. The loan period is 20 years and repayment is done monthly. N equal to M multiplied by T. So, after we substitute the number, it will be 12 multiplied by 20 and the answer will be 240 months. Okay, now we use the formula A equal to R, open the bracket, 1 minus open bracket again, 1 plus 0.45, close the bracket, to the power negative of n, close bracket again and divide by I. Therefore, the monthly repayment is R equal to 2,292.42. Now we move to the question B. Determine the total interest charge. To find the total interest charge, we use the formula I equal to Rn minus A. After we substitute the value, it will be I equal to 2,292.42 multiplied by 240 minus 336,000. The answer will be 240,180.80. Okay, now let's move to question C. Immediately after 50 years, she decides to settle the balance of the loan. Find the outstanding balance. So, we use the formula the outstanding balance after 50 years. The formula is A equal to R, open the bracket, 1 minus open bracket again, 1 plus I, close the bracket, power of negative 60, close the bracket, divide by I. So we need to substitute the value, which is 2,292.42, open bracket, 1 minus open bracket again, 1 plus 0.0045, close the bracket, to the power of negative 60, close the bracket, divide by 0.0045. So the answer will be A equal to Rn 129,395.18. Now, question D. If she failed to pay the first 5 monthly payment, find the amount she has to pay on the sixth payment in order to settle the outstanding area. So the formula for accumulated area is S equal to R, open the bracket, and open bracket again, 1 plus I, close the bracket, to the power of 6 minus I, close the bracket, divide by I. So we need to substitute the number, and it will be 2292.42, and open bracket again, 1 plus 0.0045 to the power of 6 minus I, close the bracket, and divide by 0.0045. So the answer will be Rm 30,910.19. That's all from me. Thank you.
So we can see cash price is RMY, down payment is 10%, and monthly installment is 705 for 3 years. R equal to 705, A equal to RMY. T 3 years, down payment is 10%, and then we convert to 0.1. M is monthly equal to 12, and I is K over M. Answer for I is K over M, and 0.069 over 12, and we got 0.00575. The interest charge is 6.9%. It will become 0.069. So the N is M multiply T. 12 multiply 3, and we got 36. The formula is A equal to R, bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus I, bracket power of negative N over I. So the answer is A equal to 705, bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus 0.0575 minus 36 over 0.00575. So we got the answer is A equal to 705, bracket 32.445, and we multiply it, and we got RM 22,866.30. Find the full cash price. The formula is A is equal to cash price minus down payment, and the down payment is 0.1. The formula is CP minus 0.1 CP, and then we will get 0.9 CP. 0.9 CP is equal to 22,866.30 cents. So we convert to P equal to 22,866.30 cents, divide by 0.9. So the final answer is RM 35,407 ringgit.